Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So I actually was so busy in the craft room today. I designed a full card class. I put together the super cute wreath. If you're on my Facebook, you saw a picture of it. And I asked to help pick a date. I usually work every single Sunday, and I don't get a Sunday off ever unless I request it. I definitely get it. But I'm not scheduled on a Sunday, so that's why I threw that date out there. But I actually think everybody is leaning towards a Saturday wine and cheese wreath kit together, if that's what you call it. So I'm going to just probably wait till maybe Thursday to see if anybody else is interested, and then I will send an email out with the exact date and time. But I think it'll be super fun, and it is so cute, and it is definitely super easy to put together. But once I point you down, I will show you guys what that kit looks like as well. So if you're just logging on, say hi so I know you're here. I'm not 100% sure I'll be able to see comments or read them. Everything was fine, ready to go, and at 7 o'clock I hit the go live button and everything kind of went blank. So we'll see what happens. So maybe I can at least see some hearts or some thumbs up if I can't read comments. Okay, enough chit-chatting. Let's get crafting. So here is the wreath I was talking about. We are live on Facebook, so that is a plus. This is the wreath I was telling you guys about. It is so stinking cute. Literally, it didn't take any time whatsoever to put together. The wreath itself comes in just kind of like the chipboard brown color. And my girlfriend, Laura, painted hers, so that's where I got the idea to paint it. And then it comes with other ribbon to wrap around so it can hang on your door or hang wherever. But she did the checked ribbon, so that's what I did as well. So that is the fun wreath, and it is such an amazing price point that you probably would want to make a couple to have them in your closet for when you need a gift. This is the amazing box it comes in. If nobody wants their boxes, I am happy to take them off of your hands, but once you're done, it will fit right back in your box. You might have to pinch the little leaves a little bit, but it will fit and wrap it up, and there your gift is. So that is the wreath kit that I was telling you guys about. And our class, or our card that we're going to be doing tonight, I'm going to focus on the Rain and Shine Designer Series paper. So I am doing this as a to-go class, so I thought I would do a fun little extra cards with it. The card we're doing is not included in the kit, but it's definitely something you can make because you will get a half a pack of the Designer Series paper. You will get all of the little gems. You'll get a whole little tub of these amazing fun gems. Let's see what else comes in the kit. Oh, you do get a pack of window sheets as well. But this is the Designer Series paper. It is front double-sided. The dies do cut out all of the little characters in the paper. Well, not these guys, but the other paper it does. So it is just a fun set, and the dies do cut out some of these umbrellas, and that I think is so stinking cute. So there's just a little snippet of the paper. I did bring in the full pack, but I have been playing with it, so there's not a whole lot of it left. But it is so bright and cheery and fun, and it is just puts a smile on my face. I love that side too. So that's what the paper looks like. Let me bring in some of the pieces that it die cuts. You can tell I've been die cutting a lot. So you do get to die cut the little fox. You can die cut the little turtle and the little rabbit. And these are the dies. Let's bring those in for you. So you get lots of extra dies as well. So you get the little picket fence. You get some clouds that stamp out of the stamp. You get the turtle is right here. The little fox is here. You do get some little butterflies, and you can make them into little bow ties. You can make your little characters into having a bow tie on them. So it's a super fun set. So let's bring in the stamp set. We're going to focus on the little rabbit with the water underneath it. He was actually super easy to color. So I am going to color one of them with you guys, and then the other two, hopefully we have enough time, we will do put them together as well. I did use the Oh Happy Day, and then I wanted a greeting for the inside, so I went to my go-to greetings. Literally, this is my go-to greetings, and I pulled in the great big happy birthday. I actually haven't been able to use that on a card yet because it's so big and beautiful that I just felt like it took up too much space on some of the cards that I wanted. But this one, it is going to work perfectly. Okay, get all that out of the way, and then we can start crafting. I'll just bring this in really quick. The suite is on page 50 and 51. You can add on the stamp set and the dies if you want, but everything else will be included in your kits. Okay, let's bring in today's card. So here it is. I did do, good evening, Darlene. So I can see comments. I was actually a little worried that I wouldn't be able to. Here's your card for today. It says, Oh Happy Day, and I put some of the little embellishments on the side. And we did color the little rabbit, but he really did not take long to color. So I'm going to go ahead and untie this, lift it out from under his ears, and then we're going to pop this up, and it says Happy Birthday on the inside. So you could really use this for any sentiment that you want. Let me bring in the go-to greeting. You have thank you have just a note, thinking of you have a little bit smaller happy birthdays. So you could really use any sentiment. And if you wanted to write a lot, you wouldn't even have to put a sentiment on here. You just have lots of writing space. So that is the fun card we're going to be doing. Okay, good. Thanks, Darlene. Good evening, Anna. Oh, it's cutting in and out? Well, hopefully it isn't my internet. Okay, there we go. And then I just tied it back into place. So let's get started. I am going to start with a piece of cardstock. This is just one piece. It's not cut or anything. It is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So this is our normal card base, but we usually fold it in half, but we're not going to on this card. So it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. I have a piece of designer series paper, and I am using the Rain or Shine designer series paper. This one is 5 1/4 by 4, so we can go ahead and layer this down. And I get a glue that's empty, so let's see if we can find a glue that has, oh, there we go. So put some adhesive on the back, and I am just going to go ahead and lay this down. There we go. We're going to set that aside. And I have a piece of Mango Melody. Sorry, that was, the other base was Mango Melody as well. So this is 4 1/4 by 9. And I scored it twice. I scored it at 3 inches and 6 inches. So this guy, I just want to make sure that he's lined up. Give it a good crease. And then I'm going to flip this side back. Make sure he's all lined up. And give that a good crease. So then you can go ahead and crease both sides. So this is our little mechanism that is going to get attached to the front of the card. But we're going to do a few things to this before we attach it. So first I have 2 pieces of basic white, and they both measure 4 inches by 2 3/4. So this one I'm just going to go ahead and put on the bottom. So I'm going to put this one right at the bottom so you have you can write your sentiment on it. This one, I'm going to bring in the Mango Melody ink. And I want to ink up my happy birthday. And I want to stamp this in the center. You can stamp it up closer to the top if you wanted to. You can stamp it towards the bottom. I just decided to do it right in the center. And I stamped this before I put it down on the paper in case I made a mistake. We could flip it over and use the back side. But it was good. It was a good ink in. So this one I'm going to go ahead and set right in the center. And then we can grab our other piece of designer series paper. This measures the same, 4 inches by 2 3/4. And I am going to go ahead and put this right up top. Now, while all of this is put together, we can now start on our little rabbits. So I'm just going to set that aside. And I already pre-stamped him in Memento ink, just on a scrap piece of basic white. And I brought in 3 blender colors. I have the Crumb Cake Light and Dark. I have the Flirty Flamingo Light and Dark. And I have the Pool Party Light and Dark. So I'm going to start with the light version first. So I'm going to come in with the light Pool Party, and I'm just going to color in the water underneath him. I chose Pool Party because we have that gorgeous Pool Party ribbon, and I wanted to use that with this. So that's why I chose to color this with Pool Party. So there is the bottom colored in. So that was with the lights. Now I'm going to come in with the dark, and I just want to do a little bit of accents. So I'm just going to come over here and just go right around the edge of the mementos. And just kind of come in a little bit. And I want to come in and color the little pieces, the little water pieces. So that's it for the Pool Party. So let's grab the lights Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to color his jackets. I did color the other 2 already, and I did fussy cut them out. So really it didn't take me long at all. I was telling myself that slow and steady still wins the race as I was fussy cutting these. Okay, so there's the lights. And I want to do the same thing with the dark. Oops. I forgot that side is a little hammered. So I'm just going to come in and I'm going to go right around the outline of him, just on one side. And then I want to come in and I want to do that. And that looks pretty good. And then all that's left is the crumb cake. And we're going to do the same thing, color all the leftover white piece. So it's kind of hard to color and talk at the same time when it's a bigger piece. So I will do my best to keep talking while I color. So the face and the ears go pretty quick. You just have to be a little gentle when you get up to his nose and his little hands, because you don't want to color outside of our lines. You have to go back to when we were in kindergarten, stay in the lines. I don't know if many of you guys are on my personal Facebook. I think most of you guys are, but I took Lucas to yoga on Monday. And then we decided to go out for breakfast after, and they gave him crayons, and yeah, he just really wanted to eat them. He did not want to color. So needless to say, we didn't color together. Okay, so there's the light. So I want to bring in the dark. And this one, I just want to kind of do the same thing, just stick to outlining a little piece of him. So I'm going to come in and do his little inside of his ears. And I think this just gives him a little bit more dimension. I'm going to do his eyes. I'm going to do his little whiskers, his mouth, and I'm going to come up here and do this side of his ear. There we go. And I'm going to come down here and do his buttons. And I did forget to do his little nose in the lights. So there we go. That is how cute and easy he is. The one thing I did forget is his little feet. I'm just going to come in and just go right on the edge. And I'm looking at my example to make sure I don't forget anything. There we go. So he is now all finished. And now all you have to do is fussy cut him. And it really was not hard. So just remember, when you're fussy cutting, you move the paper. You don't move your scissors. So I'm going to leave my scissors in the same spot, and I'm literally turning my paper. You do have to move the scissors a tiny bit just to, otherwise you would run out of scissors. But other than that, you just want to move the designer, or move, you could fussy cut designer series paper, but you just want to move the paper. And this is going to give you a nice cut. So this is probably the longest part of making this card, is fussy cutting him. You could use the designer series paper. I'm going to cut that off. You could use the designer series paper and just cut him out with your embossing machine, but I thought he was so cute colored. And this is definitely going to put a smile on somebody's face. Almost done. I can't read comments while I'm cutting. That I can't do. I can kind of talk and cut. And I did cut off the little water pieces on the edge. I kind of thought that was a little too hard to try to get in here. I'm just going to cut that off and come down here and make a little edge. There we go. And you can see I got a little bit close right here on the edge, but honestly, nobody's really going to notice. So there's that. So now I want to flip them over and put some dimensionals on. I am going to use the mini dimensionals because I want to stay away from his ears. I don't want to put any dimensionals up close to kind of like this portion of him because I want to be able to put my ribbon through it. So I'm going to peel the backing off. And I just want to come up here and put him a little bit to the left. There we go. Good evening, Teresa. So now I want to bring in my ribbon. And I want to put a mini glue dot on the edge. And I'm going to slide this under his ears. And this is just going to determine where it's going to get glued down. That looks pretty good. Now, usually I cut it and wrap this around, but I'm using this to hold my card together. So I want a good amount left over. I probably should have measured, but I wasn't 100% sure how much I needed. That's probably 8 inches, I would say, 9 inches. And then I'm going to put another strip. I'm going to flip this over and kind of just eyeball it so it looks like it's in the same spot. There we go. And this one I want to be a little bit longer as well. Perfect. So now we have our glue. I put that on the wrong side. I am definitely a goofball. Maybe the next one will go a little bit smoother. I want it on the bottom, not on the top. So close this, run your ribbon around. There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to do the same thing. This is why you don't glue this piece down yet. Okay, so now we're going to flip this over. And I did put tear tape on the back of this just to hold down the ribbon because there's a lot of bulkiness on this card. So I wanted to make sure nothing was going to go anywhere. And I'm just going to put one right along the center. So if you're going to make this card, don't make the same mistake. Make sure you watch it once before you put the ribbon on. So now I'm just going to attach this. There we go. And I did bring in my little tweezers because I am going to tie this in a knot. Kind of hold that, bring in my tweezers so it holds it down for me so I can tie my little bow. And we have one last thing to do, and then we're done with this card. And you can trim this off a little bit to make it a little bit more even, but you just want to make sure that you're going to leave enough ribbon for them to be able to tie it back if they want to. So one last thing, I have a piece of scratch paper, my Mango Melody, and I'm going to bring in my Oh Happy Day. Perfect. And I'm going to use one of our circle punches. Is everybody super excited that the circle punches are coming back? If you don't have them, you can use the dies. They definitely work, but I do love a good circle punch. Hopefully there's lots more in the new catalog. And I want to put this right there. So there you go. So when you open it, you can just lift it up and it says happy birthday on the inside. It's kind of cute, right? Kind of different. I have seen these without the ribbon attached to it and they are still super fun, but I didn't think I wanted it not to be able to close fully. So that's why I decided not to put dimensionals under his ears so we could tie the little bow to the side. So there you go. Let's see what time it is. Oh, I don't know if we're going to have enough time, but we'll see what we can do. So this one, let's do it in the Flirty Flamingo. So we'll just do this really quick. And hopefully we don't have any glitches. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down my designer. And this is the same designer series paper. So I alternated the colors in Mango Melody and Flirty Flamingo just because both those colors were on this paper pack. So make sure those are all lined up. Give that a good crease. Let's open it. Glue this down. Put that in the center. Open up the Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to stamp my happy birthday. Beautiful. And we actually might just go ahead and do the ribbon in case we don't get to finish the entire card. We'll at least have the ribbon on and you guys can see how you're really supposed to do this. I just want to make sure that I don't want to use another designer series paper that had more of the Flirty Flamingo in it. But I think that's what kind of sets this card off is the two different colors. So there's that. Actually, since the rabbit's already cut, we're going to go ahead and put him on. So I'm only putting dimensionals on the bottom half of our rabbits. I'm going to come up and put 2 along his head and leave in the ears. There we go. So now let's grab our ribbon. Okay, pick your card up, hold it in your hand so you don't make the same mistake I did. Kind of figure out where you want it. You could have it up high if you wanted to or down low. Totally up to you. You're going to cut off a nice amount. And then we're going to glue this side. Flip it over. And it doesn't have to be precise. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then that looks pretty good. They'll slide under the ear. Let's tie this. Hold that, grab our little tweezers. And there is a way to tie your bow so the ribbon stays at the bottom. I always forget which way you're supposed to tie it. Or pull it down instead of up. Maybe that's it. And you can put your thumbs in there to pull that a little bit tighter. Oh yeah, that's it. And I already have the Oh Happy Day. We'll throw that on really quick. Oh, we were able to get 2 made. And I still have 1 left to make. It won't be tomorrow. I've got a crazy busy day tomorrow. I'll be leaving the house at probably 7 a.m. and I won't get home till like 8:30 or 9 at night. So I have a nutty day. So no crafting for me tomorrow, but Thursday, watch out because I am not leaving my craft room. Unless I have to. Unless it's an emergency. Okay. There we go. All done. And it's super cute and a little different. I haven't seen one of these in a while. So let me bring in these 2 that the bow is already tied. Let me get all this out of the way. And then I'll bring you the one in so you can see the inside. I'll probably have to do it sideways because I don't think my camera is going to show all of it. But that is how you open it. And you could be a little crazy and do your card this way as well. You'll have to do your sentiments the different direction, but possibilities are endless with this cute little guy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Oh, no worries, Debbie. I was just showing a cute little, oh, I forgot to put the little gems on the side, but that's okay. You guys kind of get the hint. These are the little gems. Just put them on with mini glue dots. I don't want to keep everybody longer than need be, but that is your fun fold for this evening. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out. I will be back on Thursday for another fun live. And if you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, I will see everybody on Thursday. Chat with you soon. Bye-bye.